Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about studying tips to help get you through school. The beauty about chiropractic is the fact that it works with natural means. It puts nothing new into the body, nor does it take away any natural gland or organ. Chiropractic simply releases life forces within the body, sets free rivulets of energy over nerves, and lets nature do her work in a normal manner. BJ Palmer. There are a wide range of options to study. A lot of people are more hands-on learners, draw it to learn learners. Some people could just read the lecture and learn. Some people have to hear it to learn. There's just so many options on how you can learn. So, study tip number 1, make sure you understand your study environment. If you are more of a quiet person, like you can study well in the library, or you're more of a chaotic person, like you need some type of sound, some type of noise in order to study, those are big factors to consider. Like for me, I can't study in the library, it's too quiet. If I'm in the library, I have to listen to music because it's just too quiet. And me listening to music, if it's in my ears, I'm not studying, but if it's just playing out, I can study better. So I can't really study in the library too often, just because it drains my soul, because there's so much anxiety in the library. Everybody anxious, they don't know they're gonna pass this test, they're working really hard. There's too much anxiety, so I can't study in the library. I need music, I need some type of noise. So the caf is a decent place for me to study, or my room is a decent place for me to study. But now, since I moved off campus, my couch is really great, and I just got this desk. So plenty of studying going on, and I can control the environment. 2, if you're an essential oils person or a candle person, essential oils can be very helpful for studying. So for instance, eucalyptus oil helps stimulate the mind. So that's very helpful if you're trying to study, so that you're clear and awake. You don't want to use lavender because then you'll be asleep. School gets boring, so you don't want to be asleep. So you need something that's going to stimulate your brain. So stuff like eucalyptus, peppermint, things like that, those essential oils would be great. A lot of people use it on their temples to get directly in there, or the back of their neck. So those things are very helpful. I used to light a candle. It just was very calming. It wasn't like eucalyptus or lavender or anything. It was just a nice smelling candle. It is Champagne Toast from Bath & Body Works. That's my favorite candle. Absolutely love that candle. Or I think I did Peach Bellini, wasn't bad, and Watermelon Lemonade. I don't really care for that, but that was definitely my final study candle. 3, understand how you learn. So if you are a draw, you have to draw it out. There's plenty of programs where you can draw things out. They have some websites like Draw It to Know It. I think that's the name of the website. And it goes step by step with drawing things out so that you can understand and visually see how things function. It works well with your anatomy classes. So if you need to know how the air goes in and out of the lungs, or how blood flows through the aorta, through the heart, it would definitely be helpful there. Other ways people learn, I know a lot of my classmates write out the full PowerPoint. I tried that with these last 2 tests, and our PowerPoints can end up being 100 slides. And so writing out 100 slides and you only got 2 days to study is very time consuming. So I tend to go through the PowerPoints. I use Notability on my iPad, and it allows me to write onto the PowerPoint, so I can just take notes from there. So that is a very helpful tool that I've used during school, is Notability. I want to say it's $10, but whatever's gonna help me know something is even better. For my anatomy courses, I used Complete Anatomy. It gives you a tour of the body, so it basically shows you the different parts, how everything moves. You can remove some skin, you can remove muscle. So it definitely helped me in my musculoskeletal class in order to know what muscle is, without having to be in the classroom looking at models or playing with our nanomage tables. It's definitely a great study tool to use at home. I do know people that can just understand off reading, you know, without even taking any notes on what they're reading. They can just read it and they know it. And, you know, shout out to them. I wish that could be me, but it's not. I do prefer when people teach me, but sometimes I've noticed in this program that, like, I have teachers I can't even understand this quarter. I have to teach myself. So if that involves me reading it or having somebody read it to me, then I have to go about it that way. That's just, you know, how I function, and that's just my learning tool. Other study tips would just be to basically pay attention in class. If you could get as many notes as you can on how they're explaining like a certain topic, that would be very helpful to refer back to. I do have a few teachers that just have like bullet points in their PowerPoint because they want you to type as they talk so that you understand what they're going to ask you, you know, where they're going with this. And that can be helpful. That can also be hurtful if you don't understand the teacher at all. You're just like, I don't even know what you're saying to me to even write something down. So that's very important to understand how you learn, the best way that you need to learn, and everything like that. Step 4, I would like to say. So I always recommend finding a friend that you can study with. One, it helps you keep you accountable when you're studying. If you know you got tests coming up, if you have a friend that's in that same class, they're like, we have to study for this test. Like, sis, we have to study. We need to know what's going on. Study groups are very helpful. Try to find people that understand the topic more than you so that they can explain it to you. Because if everybody's lost, nobody's going to really learn. Y'all really all just going to be teaching yourselves, and then y'all might end up teaching somebody the wrong thing. So just try to find people that understand the topic a little bit better than you. Number 5, go to tutoring. So for instance, Life has plenty of tutoring options available. I do know they do like one-on-one tutoring, but they also have SI sessions, which is like student instruction sections. So like basically upper quarter students teach you that class that you're going through right now. And those can be very helpful. They have some great SI instructors that break things down for you. Like I just went to one for my NORMRAT 2 class, and he is great. Matt is fantastic at explaining you like different anomalies within the spine. Also, Michael was really great for biochem, and Minica was really great for embryo, and Mekami was really great for osteo. So there are so many people that, you know, they had to have an A in the course in order to tutor you in the first place. So you know they know what they're talking about. And it actually helps them along throughout the program because all of your courses end up piling on top of each other. So they all piggyback off each other. So what I learned in the first quarter is still applying now in 5th quarter. Nothing really escapes. They just keep building up on it so that you don't feel like you're like wasting energy learning certain things. I would like to say number 6. So now that you know your study environment, now that you know how you learn, you found your buddy, you need to implement a study schedule. I have yet to make a study schedule, but it is very helpful, and I'm going to make one this weekend because I have 6 tests next week. I have to have a study schedule. So just basically blocking out times that you're going to study a certain amount of material from each class can be very helpful. Knowing that you might have tests back to back to back to back, you do need to make sure that you allot times for each class. Because if you don't, then you'll just be studying for one class, then you forget about the other class, and then you fail one test and pass the other test, or you might end up failing both tests. You know, things happen. But having a study schedule is very helpful, so it can help you plan out your days as you go along. Also, so you can incorporate things such as eating, possibly napping, very much so working out. You know, things that help you with your mental without, you know, thinking about school or like applying certain things like watching TV. You know, just things that can help. Sometimes things can be distracting, like things like, for me, it was all the games I had on my phone because I like playing games on my phone. So I had to delete those, and I'm like, I have to focus. I have to get more in tune with what I'm doing and where I'm going in life. So you just need to know all that and put all these pieces together. So you know how you want to learn, you know the environment that you need to be in, and you know how to focus. So your focus and your drive are going to be the biggest things in studying, because the things are going to get boring, things are going to get hard, you're going to want to give up, but you have to remember why you're in school. You absolutely have to remember why you're in school. Otherwise, what's the point if you can't remember why you're here or why be here? I completely understand. I threaten to drop out quite often, but You can't give up on your dreams. If those are your dreams and those are the real dreams that you want to have, you need to find your support system. You have to support yourself, because sometimes people can say, oh, you're going to get through it, but at the end of the day, they're not going through what you're going through. So you have to pull yourself through a lot of situations. They'll be a great shoulder to cry on, but you still have to rely on you and your focus, your ambition, and you just have to bring all of these lovely tips together and make it yours. Be organized with your notes. Know where everything is for every class so that you can always refer back to it as quarters go on, which is why I use notability so much, because I can make subjects and then class dividers, and it's just so much easier for me to find my notes that way. They also have like lined paper on my iPad, so I really don't need a notebook. You know, sometimes pen and paper is a little bit better than, you know, iPad pencil. I figured I'd pull it up and show it to you guys. Make sure my screen's unlocked. So this is, okay. This is pretty much what notability looks like. So I do have everything separated by quarters, so on and so forth. So I can go to like 5th quarter. I have like 10 classes in 5th quarter, and then I have like 2nd quarter through 5th quarter on here. And so, for instance, I click on the class, let's say NormRad 2, and then it pulls up the PowerPoint, and I can write directly on the PowerPoint. So it does have highlighting options and text options, you know, regular pencil, so you can, you know, scroll through your PowerPoint and write directly on there, which is super helpful. The other great tool that I was talking about is Complete Anatomy. So this one does cost, I want to say it was about $45, but you got to invest in your future, guys. So this is what Complete Anatomy looks like booting up. And then it has the different contexts. So you go to models, and then I'm just gonna show you guys what models look like. So here's the skeleton, and then you can add muscles. Hold on, is it adding? It's not adding. Oh yeah, it is. You can add muscles to him. You can take away muscles. You can add arteries. You can also add skin. So if you want him to have like the different layers of skin, just keep pressing until he has skin. Really sorry about the penis on here. Anyway, so let's go back. So you do have the option of models. They pretty much only have male models until you get to like the female pelvis, because our pelvises are structured different. So then here's the female pelvis. And you can put skin on her as well. Then if you go back, you can also cut. So they do have a few tools where you could like label. You could label, cut, and make fractures, growths, spurs, pain. Okay, so then you draw on there, then I don't know if you guys can see it like pulsating a little bit, but probably not. But this is where you can put like, oh, they have pain in the internal abdominal oblique. So when you click on the muscle, on the side, it tells you the name of the muscle, you know, left or right side, the objective, and some quick facts of the muscle. So like the origin, the insertion point, the action, the arterial supply. And then you can see it in different views. So you got the anterior view, the lateral view, and then the posterior view. They also have the medial, the inferior, and then the superior view. So you can definitely view the different muscles and bones. So this is be very helpful for like all my anatomy classes, really. I took head and neck last quarter, extremely helpful for that. I haven't used it for CNS, mainly because we're going inside the brain, but I'm pretty sure I can use it for CNS. I just haven't tried to. But very well worth my investment. helped me throughout all of my musculoskeletal class, because I was just able to click on the muscle, you know, find out all about the muscle, the insertion, the origin, and things like that. So this will be very helpful for people that have to visualize things. So this is helpful. And then of course, notability is helpful for the people that need to write things out. That is super helpful. And then just Quizlet. So I do have Quizlet. I use Quizlet to help me study as well. So Quizlet allows you to like make your own tests off your information that you have. Do check with your school and like their policies and things like that. A lot of professors don't like you using Quizlet, but there are ways for you to make it private so that the public can't access it, so that you can still use it without feeling like you're copywriting anything. So you could create a study set, and so you're gonna put like the question and then the answers. So like basically the term and definition, you can title it and everything right there. And then you can go from there. It does have, you know, multiple themes, night theme, and all that good stuff. I love night theme on everything. Weird. But Quizlet's a very helpful tool that I use as well. Another thing to like keep me focused on, like if I need to like quickly access Blackboard. Blackboard also has an app. So I have the Blackboard app, opens up. Then I'll have all my classes right there. And then I can just see the announcements that my teachers made. I can check my grades from here and everything. So it's super duper helpful to be able to do that. Then we also have, you know, your standards such as the Pages, well, I use Pages and Keynote really to help me with, you know, pulling things up. I also use Google Drive. Google Docs is a great study tool if you're like in a class setting, you have a group of friends, you guys could all take notes on Google Doc simultaneously so that everybody has each other notes. Very helpful to refer back to in case you missed something and your friend caught it, and you got vice versa. Keep a folder. People do still hand out paper assignments and worksheets. Make sure you do those because they usually help a lot with the test. So it's very important to just be organized. So really hope this video was helpful for you guys. I'm really not sure how all of you guys, you know, study to help along the way. But if you have any more questions about how to study, about how to maintain a work-life balance, if you sure say, you know, feel free to ask them below. I will definitely get back to you guys as soon as I possibly can, which will be, you know, as soon as my email goes off that I have a comment, I'll respond. That's definitely not a problem. If you want to get to me any faster than YouTube, please go to my Instagram page at ThatChiroChick. I answer my DMs as soon as they come in, usually if I can see them. But I definitely check it every day most of the time throughout the day because, you know, why not? So I answer a lot of questions. I'm very focused. If you want to talk to me, feel free. I'm a very loving and caring person. I want to help you succeed throughout school, throughout any journey that you might have. Let me help you. So love you guys and can't wait to tell you guys in our next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.